Here's Dan Shapiro to help you find your edge, master your process, and own your future.
Hey guys, good evening everybody. Welcome to another edition of the ActionsTraded.com nightly wrap-up show. Happy Monday, and hope everybody had a good trading session to start the week. Really good day. We'll get to that in a second. Guys, take a second now. If you like what we're doing, all it takes is 1 second out of your time. Click that like button. Support the channel. Again, I will continue to try my best to point you in the right direction. So let's talk about it. So week two, full week two, kicked off today for 2026. We saw a 2% rise in the QQQs on first full week of the market. And when you woke up this morning, if you haven't checked the news, again, I record the video usually earlier on in the weekend. So a lot of news hits kind of after, right? So it's just kind of the time thing. So we saw 2 bits of news come into play. Number one, Trump wants a 1-year 10% credit card interest cap, which is obviously good for consumers, not so much for the credit card companies. As you can see, MasterCard, Visa, and everything else under the sun got hit pretty hard. Good for consumer, not so good for credit card companies. The second big story, which kind of spilled over last night into the futures market ahead of the overnight session, was the fact that there's a probe, right? There's a probe on the Fed chairman, and that's not really a good thing. Again, market instability, Fed chairman probe, not really a good thing. And the NASDAQ 100 this morning was down like 150 points. The first thing I said today at morning strategy was, this is not going to shadow the markets. It's just not going to rattle the markets. It's not going to do anything to it. We should go green at some point. Anything that took out big levels last week and continued to build will probably see green at one point. And on cue, again, it's not, I'm guessing it's just kind of common sense. It's not something that's a macro disaster for the market. It's not something geopolitical. This is just basically Trump saying, this is just a big FU for you not cutting rates for the last 2 years when we've been telling you to cut rates for the last 2 years. That's literally all it was. NASDAQ went green in the day. At one point, got back above last week's highs. And added an additional 0.3% on top of 2% gain last week. Again, market continues to be very, very strong. We talked about Tesla over the weekend. First close above the 50-day moving average. It needed to get back above the 20-day moving average. It did that, right? Day 2 got back above the 50-day moving average on Friday, above 44. Got above the 20-day moving average today and traded all the way up to 454 before a little bit of a profit taking at the close. But again, this is now the highest close, day 2, above the 50-day moving average. CRWV. I didn't have this on my bingo card today. It's usually not a stock I would trade, but one of the biggest things I've always talked about, right? And if you've been in the webinar or kind of just heard me speak throughout the years, there's a formula for a stock to really take off, right? I've always talked about how the options market drives the underlying equity, right? And the formula, right? The really big formula for success for high probability is you got your daily chart, you got deep out of the money calls, right? In this instance is calls with short-term expiration. But there is no bigger, right? There's no bigger steroid factor to that kind of scenario, as if the daily chart happens to be the 50-day moving average, that becomes a really incredible exaggeration. So at some point today in the morning, we saw deep out of the money calls expiring this week. When the stock was like at $83, we saw $90 and $95 weekly calls over and over and over. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. This is like literally $6, $7 out of the money with short-term expiration. And today it stopped right at the 50-day moving average, stopped literally at the 50-day moving average. So I was like, hey guys, this is a second test, the third test of the 50-day moving average. We got $6, $7 out of the money calls. I think there's a shot this thing gets to 90. got long, right? Got long this thing, and my highest sale was right underneath 90. Again, here, we'll talk about the pivots in a second, but this thing was really, really aggressive. So if you're looking for kind of the foundation in trading, guys, just write this down. I don't care what your process is, but if you're getting a massive daily channel, and you can see how long this distribution was on CRWV, but when you have a daily channel and you have deep out of the money call buying, right, with short-term expiration, and that channel confirms, there's a high probability the stock will go into the next measure potential. That's been always a blueprint. Now, it has nothing to do with the PS60 theory. It's just kind of a blueprint of how stocks react. So that was very, very good. Apple picks Gemini, right? Google's Gemini to power its Siri. Google becomes, well, not becomes, but it is now the first time crossing the $4 trillion market cap. Shout out to Google. Again, Google, Amazon, a little bit too long in the tooth for me. I need a little bit more of a consolidation. Matter of fact, you saw Amazon today, get a little bit of profit taking, I would like to see this thing come in for a couple of days, maybe test the 5-day moving average before I start getting interest. This is a great move. 235 to 249 in 5 sessions. Again, that's what happens when an upper Bollinger Band gets complemented after reclaiming the 50-day. You get a big expansion day. So kudos to Amazon. Needs a little bit of profit taking the next couple of days. I would like to see the same thing with Google as well before I get interested again. NVIDIA, right? NVIDIA today started the day with the 3rd day below the 50-day moving average. At some point, it tried to get back above the 50-day moving average. At some point, it got rejected. And now we are day 3 below the 50-day moving average. Again, folks, the longer it cannot reclaim back the 50-day moving average, it is destined to have another expansion day to the downside. So it's very, very important that NVIDIA in the next couple of days gets back above the 50-day moving average and closes above the 50-day moving average. Very, very important. Oracle. Let's talk about Oracle. So we briefly talked about Oracle on the weekend update. Today, it got back above a really long channel. This is a month distribution that got back below this highs of 202 and closed right above the 34 EMA. Here's where it gets a little bit better. If it can actually get back above today's channels tomorrow, a buyer came in for the weekly 210 calls, 9,400 of the 210 calls dished out $1.6 million. The reason why he bet 210, not a random number, that is the 50-day moving average. The 50-day moving average is 210, 211 area. So this thing actually confirms above today's channel tomorrow. You could get another day 2 run. So again, very, very important. The have-nots. Let's talk about the have-nots. Meta continues to bleed, right? Meta continues to bleed. It cannot rally. It cannot get out of its own way. And the last 2 trading days, the bottom of those 2 days was the 50-day moving average. Everybody see it, guys? It's this light blue line. If you follow this light blue line, despite it being on the daily supply, it's still having a hard time here. I'm going to watch this thing for tomorrow, okay? I really didn't see any aggressive put buying coming into the name, but this is now back-to-back days. It's trying to hang on for dear life on the 50-day moving average. If it could lose the 50-day moving average tomorrow, I think there's a shot we test last week's lows of 635. This thing could be very, very interesting. Let me give you guys some names, other names, so you guys can watch for tomorrow. It has nothing to do with beta. These are just companies that look good. The charts look very, very good. Let's start off with IREN, right? IREN looks pretty good here, right? First close above the 50-day moving average. Again, that's the formula. Keep an eye on this thing above today's channel for tomorrow. That looks really good. MP, kind of same thing, man. The only difference is MP reclaimed back a different supply zone. Keep an eye on MP. You got an expansion channel working here. If this thing could start taking out today's channel, this thing could be good. Caterpillar, right? Caterpillar, again, not usually a name that I would watch, but look at this channel here. It's threatening to take out the December highs. The Dow is all-time highs. Again, it's a Dow stock. That looks pretty good as well. I will definitely be watching NVIDIA again. You know, again, the longer we can't build, the higher probability we lose this channel here. I'm going to watch this thing. If this thing starts losing this whole channel here, I will be short. It's just a matter of time. And this little one, I believe we talked about this thing on the weekend update. PEW had an inside day today. You can see here, you had 5.8 million shares traded on Friday. Today traded 1.3 million shares. Inside day, it's resting. Day 2 above the 50-day moving average. If you are a small cap player, watch this thing above Friday's channel. This thing can wake up as well. So let's get to the pivots today. Strong session, really, really strong session here. NVIDIA, 8360 traded below pre-markets. We didn't have a chance to trade it, okay? But I am definitely watching this thing below today's channel. Wolf, okay, first close over 1370. We talked about Wolf in the last couple of sessions for all you guys are trading non-beta. This is now the highest close in the whole formation, finally closing above 1370s. Is this thing going to have a day that goes up $4 or $5? It's a $13 stock. You know, this is why I don't trade these $13 stocks. Maybe they'll go up $1, maybe they'll go up 20 cents, maybe they'll go up 8 cents, okay? I have zero interest in these things, but again, not everybody trades the same things. Wolf is a nice looking chart. If you're patient with this thing, the longer it builds above the 50-day moving average, the higher probability it'll have the next leg up. Tesla went nuts. You know, Tesla went nuts again. We traded it very aggressively last week, got above the 50-day moving average. Today, Friday was the first close. Today was the second day. It needed to get above 449, needed to confirm, traded up to 454s. Note, a lot of call buying came in for the weekly, 460 weekly, some 467.50s we saw, and we saw some 470s as well. Again, continue to buy this thing on dips into any morning weakness. Okay, I also caught a nice little dip on Tesla for a couple of bucks a little bit later in the day before my balance got stopped out. Apple gave a dollar push. Again, it just can't follow through. 260.27 needs to confirm. It gave a dollar push off that level, traded up to 61.30s. Got to watch this thing the next couple of days. If it finally maybe gets back above the 5-day, maybe going to finally expand. We did see continuation of some short-term call buying coming in, but Apple just can't get its legs under them. It just for some reason it just can't get its legs under them. Again, this was my big move of the day, man. 84.50 rejected twice. A buyer came in right away, man. They bought 1,000 of the weekly $90 calls. I mean, look at this thing. This was $6 out of the money. CRWV went to almost $92. Again, my highest sale was right underneath 90. Great move. I mean, absolutely great move. So I was very, very happy with that. Yeah, I mean, this was great. Awesome. I mean, awesome move, and it went to 90 as well. And I believe that is it, right? I believe that is it. So again, 2026, really strong so far. If you are interested in pivots, again, guys, if you follow me on Twitter, you saw my activity there. My activity level there was a lot less today. That's the whole point. I think I'm just going to tweet a couple of things here and there throughout the day. It is what it is, man. I'd say, it's very tough to get excited about social media, especially in the trading and during the trading day. If you've been following me for the last 16, 17 years on social media, if you think Twitter is good, the webinar is just a tad a little bit better. So guys, have a great night, everybody. God bless. Keep working, stay focused, and eventually it will click. Have a great night, everybody. God bless, and I'll see you on the field tomorrow.